Hey y'all, this is Ashley again. This is round 2 of me trying to record this video, so if I seem a little bit nervous or anxious, that's why. I'm repeating it for a second time. But I'm glad that y'all came back to see my second video. And basically, this one is saying that it gets better. You know, they have all those videos for the LGBTQ people telling them it gets better. Well, I think we need one that says it gets better too. I know that many of you are likely probably feeling in crisis mode. You've just gotten diagnosed, or you've just lost your job, or your living situation, or found out that your kids have been diagnosed, or your parent. And all of these can completely make one fall apart, basically. And the initial shock of everything is so very intense and overwhelming. But I guess I'm here as somebody who went through that moment 9 years ago to tell you that it gets a lot better. I spent those last 8 or 9 years kind of navigating my way very slowly, painfully, with a lot of tears, depression, pity parties for myself, understandably so, and a lot of fear revolving around everything that has to do with EDS. And basically, the time does pass and it does get better. You know, people do post about symptoms getting worse and, you know, when you get older, everything gets worse, but I don't really believe that. And I guess I'm here to really maybe urge you to reframe your mindset of the fact that it'll get better, not worse. And those that have maybe been a light to you, maybe spread that and turn around and be a light to somebody else. The point of me making this video is to really maybe talk that person out of suicide that's in so much pain that they just don't want to do this anymore, or somebody, like I said, who has completely had their life situations derailed. You know, I want them to know that you can start to see things in a different light and maybe change it to a more positive thing. Because yes, we have pain some days, but that pain, you know, really makes us focus on doing the actions and things in our lives that are very important to us. You know, we don't have that extra energy sometimes to go and do the things that aren't really necessary. So in a way, it's kind of therapeutic and makes us really realize what's important in life, what's important to us. But overall, again, the point of this is to urge you to be loving and a light to somebody else who's going through this, and also love yourself. Being in this situation and having EDS is also not an excuse for us to put ourselves in crappy life situations, not crappy relationships, or not jobs that we hate, or, you know, anything. It's still so important for us to analyze what we want and what we desire and go after those things and not have that fear of not being able to do it. I was personally held back by that fear for so many years, and I'm still working on it. You know, once I get money, I hold on so tightly because I've lived in this survivalist mindset for so many years of, oh, I've been able to work for this time and I have this money, but so I have to hold on to it. I can't share it. But I'm realizing that once I release this fear and instead choose to live in positivity and say, well, you know, this job may end, but I'll just get another one. Another situation will come to me where someone values my intellect and not necessarily the strength of my physical body. And so, you know, I can be an amazing resource at a company, or I can work part-time from home as a consultant. There's so many ways to switch it around and look positively at it. And I know that some days it's easier than others. And believe you me, I have been the person sobbing and falling apart more times than I would care to admit. And I'm really working on this too. You know, I'm working on the self-love aspect of this disease. It's so intensely important for us to love ourselves, because if we don't love ourselves, we just settle for things that don't make us happy, and we settle because we think that that's what we deserve, that we don't deserve, that great job or that great relationship or that great life situation. And I'm here to remind you that we do deserve it. This is what we were dealt in this life, and I personally choose to view it as a gift, and I challenge you to do so, because we can educate others and we can change this. And that's part of the reason why I've done these videos, is because I know how much pain can be caused when you don't realize that there's a link between foods and how your body feels. And I don't want any more people suffering if I can help educate them on the connection between food and how our body feels, and just so that another person can stop suffering on a daily basis. I'm a living example of the fact that I don't hurt unless I eat things that piss off my body. And it's just something that I've figured out. And that's also why, if you guys have any questions or just need to talk or vent, you can either post on the YouTube page, or you can post on my Facebook page, which also has all of the information contained in the last video about supplements and just general daily routine that makes it so that I don't have to deal with EDS barely at all, except for like the dislocation and the popping. But I've even gotten that down to a minimum. So that page is facebook.com/EDS nutritional healing. So I hope that you guys go there and utilize the documents. They're all uploaded under the notes section. And feel free to message me if you have anything. Again, for the purposes of protecting my own behind, have to reiterate that I'm not a doctor. But I've lived this experience myself, so I guess I consider myself to be a very in tune and educated individual because of the experiences that I've been through myself. So love and light to all of you, and next time I'm going to get back to kind of the more educational videos, but again, it gets better. Love y'all.